Warm welcome to Accenture Live. We are at Pune, Innovation Hub of Accenture India. Let's have a chat today with Ruhi Ranjan, the Growth Markets and Inclusion and Diversity Lead for Accenture Technology in India. I'm really looking forward to this chat. Come join me.
Hi Priyanka, lovely to see you. How are you?
I'm very good. I'm looking forward to our chat today, Ruhi.
Welcome. You can ask me any question that you want.
Okay, let's go back a little bit in time.
Sure.
I want to hear from you what really inspired you to study technology.
Wow, that really takes me back in time. Both my parents were professors of science, right? And my father was a scientist who passed out from Imperial College in London. And he was a firm believer that, women need to be educated to bring a change in society. And he made sure that the atmosphere in home was, very conducive to learning. And I just got inducted into science because both my parents were into the role of professors. And, I just got good grades in science and it just happened, right? And when I went to Roorkee, we were one of the few girls on the campuses, right? And clearly I remember that there were 7 hostels for boys and there was just 1 for girls. So you can imagine the kind of disparity that there were just a few sprinkling of girls in the classes. But I think we've come a long way since then. There are more women getting into science and technology today than they ever were. So it's a great place to be in, I think, but we've got a lot more to do.
I want to know from you, you've had a diverse career across so many different roles and many countries. Tell me about some of your most challenging and career-defining roles.
Well, I don't know how many of you know, I started my career right after graduating from Roorkee at the largest steel plant in the country. And I started at the shop floor, right? And it really changed the way I would have operated and thought of, right, at that time, because it just told me how to move from a shop floor worker to even a managing director, and I could switch having a conversation. And I think that was very important because it just calibrates the way you think, the way you speak, and the way you react to questions and answers or thoughts of other people. And I think the last decades that I've spent with Accenture have been extremely exciting because every few years my portfolio has changed. I started with Europe, had some of my career-defining moments in geographies which do not speak English as a first language, right? So I was handling ISEG, which is the Italy, Spain, etc. Very different cultures, very different clients, but it just gives you so much of depth as an individual, as a leader. And then the last 5 or 6 years that I've been working in APAC has been completely different, right? So every experience enriches you as an individual and adds to your skills as a leader. So I've had a really nice career.
The versatility of your experience really stands out, Ruhi, in what you shared. And the way I think of it, you have come from the shop floor to the boardroom. That's so very impressive.
Very interesting, I must say.
Ruhi, let's talk about the role of women in tech. How have you seen the role of women in tech evolve over the last few years?
I think you would have also noticed that in the last few decades, there are more women coming into technology. There are more women coming out to work in corporates, right? And I think the trend is fast catching up. And as the pyramid goes up, as more women come and join us, I think there'll be more positions opening up for leadership roles. I have some fantastic women in my portfolio who do a great job of running their programs and projects. I'm very proud of their achievements. And at Accenture, we really make a very concentrated effort when we are hiring. We ensure that, at across levels, we are very, diverse in our terms of our hiring and ensure at entry levels, nearly it's 50%. And today we are looking at about 52% of women coming in as graduate levels. And I think as this starts flowing through, we just have to ensure that we are able to retain our women at junior levels, straight out of the colleges, and give them a very progressive career path in the organization. And then we will have a significant number of them reaching leadership positions. Fortune 500 companies today have a scarcity of women. The data shows that only 2.8% of women make it to CEO levels, and that needs to change. 1 in 5 entrepreneurs, as in India, today are women, which is a very small percentage, and we really need to make an effort to change that.
Technology really seems to be a enabler and equalizer from what you're sharing, Ruhi. And it's just opening doors of opportunity across, whether it's for women or men.
Absolutely right.
Shifting gears a bit, Ruhi, I'm sure that there's been this notion about men reporting into women leaders. Have you had any experiences with that?
Well, I think it does exist. So I think the men are a little hesitant into reporting into women leaders till you go ahead and prove yourself, right? And then it becomes easy. But I remember this incident when I had joined an organization and there was a team which was asked to report into me and they were all men. One guy wrote back to me after several years and said, Ruhi, when I was asked to report into you, I did not want to do that and I thought I'll step out of that project and do something else. But in hindsight, I think those were the best 3 years of my life because the kind of bonding we created in the project, the amount of learning we had as a team and the success that we hit were amazing. And he said, I've never had an experience in my career, and he was pretty senior. And I thought that was a true reflection from a person talking about his experience of having worked with a woman leader. And I think as more and more women start stepping into leadership roles, this is going to ease out. But I still feel that in India, men are a little hesitant to report into a senior leader till things ease out and everything becomes normal. But it does exist.
I'm sure we'll get past this.
Yes.
But kudos to your team member for coming forward
Yes.
with his bias and getting past that.
I was very impressed that he wrote back after several years to tell me this story. Very positive experience. All right.
Ruhi, we are surrounded by technology in this beautiful office of ours. Tell me, what are you seeing as the future trends in technology?
I think the last year of the pandemic has really redefined the way we think technology, right? Today, every business has become a technology business, irrespective of what industry it is impacting. If you look at basic technology has just changed. The way we interact for retail has completely undergone a change. Consumer is at the heart and center of everything that we are doing today. So I think technology has become the forefront for every business. You will find digital is going to play a significant amount of role in the way we interact with our consumers, our clients, and our customers. I think also what the trends which are emerging are cloud is at the forefront, given the whole aspect of resilience, the whole aspect of time to market. Cloud will become a very, very important imperative for the industry. The other emerging areas will continue to garner strength like AI. Right? Artificial intelligence is going to be very, very crucial for our businesses. And I think the other thing which is emerging very strongly at the back of the pandemic is sustainability.
Absolutely.
Every business will have to be sustainable business. We will have to be ensuring our environment remains secure. Our environment is not impacted by the businesses that we do. So sustainability is also going to become an imperative for the businesses today. So I think there's a humongous amount of change happening in technology at the back of the pandemic. And I'm glad that, as a business, we are going to be supporting a wave of these changes coming.
And we are seeing a very expansive impact of technology on our lives like never before.
The trends are emerging, are significant for everyone around.
Tell me about the role of your family and the support system that you've had in enabling your career.
I think my advice to all working women is that you should build a very nice ecosystem around you to be able to support you. In my career, I've always been traveling in and out of the house, right? Sometimes my mother is aghast at the kind of working hours I keep. And I think we really need that support system to be there. I'm very grateful to my husband and my 2 young boys who've always supported me, right? Because I've traveled, I've spent crazy hours at work. They've never cribbed about it. And including my dog, right? I have a dog at home who just waits for me to come home. So I think it's been a great journey for me, and I need to thank everyone around me for making it a possibility.
Ruhi, you have impacted so many lives in such a positive way. Anywhere I go, there is always a warm story that I would hear from people on how they have interacted and the push that they would have had either at work or in their personal lives from their interaction with you.
Thank you, Priyanka. Thank you for saying that. It's lovely to hear that.
and I wish you the best. Thank you so much for this time together. I've really enjoyed spending
too.
it with you.
Thank you so much.